Good morning to all my subscribers and my non-subscribers, to all my supporters that support me very hard out there. Shout out to Angela. Shout out to my brother Philly Dom, Peter Carter. Shout out to Belize. Shout out to all the content creators out there that doing their thing. I want to talk about this Dexter Reed situation. That's what I want to talk about right now. Hold on. I want to talk about this Dexter Reed situation and how about 85 to 90% of the Black American community finally gets it. And when I say half of the Black American community finally gets it, that it's not always the cops' fault. Dexter Reed unfortunately unalived his own self. Dexter Reed was asked to pull over. Dexter Reed was asked to pull down his window. Dexter Reed had a very bad past. Dexter Reed decides to pull out his firearm and points it at a law enforcement agent and starts shooting. And for what they said, he shot at the law enforcement agency about 11 times. But I like how half the Black American community said, you know what? We have to stay out of this one because Dexter Reed brought that on himself. Dexter Reed had a bad past. Dexter Reed was asked to pull over for a seatbelt violation. My thing is this. When you are being pursued by an officer and you know that you're doing nothing wrong, you know that you're a good citizen, pull your car over and do what you got to do. Either take a ticket or a warning, then leave. But when you know you are riding dirty and you know you're about to get busted, this is the type of stuff that you pull. And his mother gave a good performance on crying and, oh, my son, my son. But she didn't bring up the fact that her son had a bad past, and her son was the one that pulled out a firearm and started shooting at the cops. And the cops have to go home, have to protect themselves, and they had to do what they had to do. And I'm looking all over social media and in the Black American community, and I know I'm going to lose more subscribers because I notice every time I'm saying something that's real, and I notice how I'm telling the truth about things, I notice my numbers drop. It's either going up and down. And these are people feeling some type of way when you tell the truth on how your community needs help and it needs to stop doing what it needs to do. Now, Dexter Reed was asked to pull over, they said, for a seatbelt violation, and he had tinted windows. You couldn't see in the car. They asked him to pull, to roll down the window. And I guess he was hesitant for a while. When he did, he had a firearm and he proceeded to do what he was doing. This is what Dexter Reed was doing. And Dexter Reed didn't abide by the law. He tried to unalive the cops, and now these cops have a job to uphold the law, and they got to do what they got to do. So Dexter Reed was unalived in the process on his own fault. And this is the first time I've seen the Black American community split in half. And a lot of Black folks saying, you know what? Check this out. I'm staying out of this one because this time this Black man was wrong and he unalived himself. This Black man didn't follow procedures. This Black man didn't do what he had to do by saying, sir, okay, sir, I got this in the car, sir. Yes, sir, no, sir. And it could have went a good way. They could have probably said, okay, you stop, you proceeded to obey our orders. Let's see what we can do here. But no, he wants to do what he wants to do, and he unalived himself, and then his mother gives a grandstand performance on how it was the cop's fault. And this man had a bad past. He did. He had a bad past, and the end of results was now his mother has to go to a funeral. But she's sitting up there, crying and grandstanding and falling out. And my thing is this. This is my thing. Anytime something like this happens, Black Lives Matter showed up. How come Black Lives Matter didn't show up this time? Where's Benjamin Crump? Where's Jesse Slickman Jackson? And where's Reverend Al Sharpton? These are supposed to be black leaders that's supposed to correct black people when they're doing wrong things in the community. Because, see, we like to blame everything on everybody else. We can't take responsibilities for our own actions. And I'm so glad that the black community right now is split, and you have black folks saying, you know what? I'm not going to flip out. I'm not going to say nothing because this man unalived himself and he was doing wrong by pulling out a firearm on a law enforcement agency when they told him to stop. So I'm going to keep following this case. I will keep following this case. But you cannot blame this on law enforcement. You can't do that. Dexter Reed has to blame this on himself. He took his own self out of the planet. The cops have to do what they got to do. They got, like us, we just had two of our officers in the park. They was assaulted. So, I understand that a lot of these cops have to go home to their family. I'm a public safety officer. I work side by side with NYPD. But like I said, I already know I'm gonna lose a lot of people because my number's been going up and down. It seems like it won't go to 8,000 or 10,000 because as soon as I'm there, people leave me for some odd reason. I guess, they don't like my content or they don't like what I'm saying. But I have to keep it real, and if that's just the way it is, that's just the way it is. But Dexter Reed, he unalived his own self, and his mother needs to stop doing what she's doing by grandstanding and crying and falling all over the place and take a look at what her son did. Her son was the one that disobeyed the order and screwed up. So you can't and you shouldn't blame NYPD. You can't do that. And a lot of people have been waiting for me to make this video. They said, Big Hawk, when you going to do this video? Well, I'm doing it now. And Dexter Reed was wrong. He's unalived and resting in peace right now because he did it to himself. And one thing I notice about the Black American community, we want everybody to keep pandering to us. We want everybody to keep pandering and feeling sorry and marching for us, even though a lot of stuff we do is not on point and is wrong. And a lot of us put ourselves in situations like this. When you're being pursued by the cops, especially if a cop is calm and asks you, just do what he says. It's just like us. We police the park. And we tell people, listen, you can't do this, you can't do that. It's the rules of the park. Just obey our orders and you should be okay inside the park. You should be fine inside the park. But Dexter Reed, he decided he wanted to take another route and try to harm a cop. And in the process, he unalived his own self. So that's what's going on right now. I'm going to keep following this case. But right now, the Black American community is split down. There's a lot of blacks saying, you know what? I'm going to finally stay out of this because this man did what he did and he's unalive because he did it to himself. So I can't, blame the cops. That's just the way it is. Like, share, subscribe, and leave a comment. Leave a comment and subscribe to my channel. Stop leaving my channel when I'm telling the truth on stuff. We could agree to disagree and still be friends, and that's just the way it is.
There you go, big guy.
That's just the way it is. That's just the way it is. You shouldn't have to leave my channel because you don't agree on videos I'm doing. You could agree on other videos I'm doing. Peace out to Philly Dom. I'm gonna probably do a video today walking, but understand what I'm saying with this. Go look at the video. Go look at it. Go look at the video. This guy did not take his orders, and in the process, now he's resting in peace. This is Big Hawk saying to the next video, I'm out.